right, finally done. Another successful week at the trap. Appreciate all the hard work. Me and Prince DJ Nico cleaning up, getting ready for next week, sanitizing everything. He really didn't have a good Christmas holiday, under the circumstances of everything that happened. But I think we're going to go out this weekend and have some fun. He deserves it.
So initially, I had planned to take him to the basketball court so he can get a little bit of practice in. But of course, it had to rain. So the next thing I said, I'll surprise him and take him to the arcade. Now, we used to go to the arcade all the time, but through everything that's been going on, it's been kind of hard to get out there. So I said, you know what, this weekend, man, let me surprise Prince DJ Nico. Let's go get our gaming on, son. Now, see, this is what it's all about. I remember a time in my life where I never thought I would be doing stuff like this. Coming up, I was a little wild child, Gave my mom a few headaches here and there. Good kid, but I had my little dealings and issues out there, in them streets or whatnot. So for a long time, a lot of people thought I might have been dead, locked up, or whatever, Because again, I used to get to these cowards out here. But growing up, getting wiser, getting mature, thanking God for His grace and mercy for sparing me so many times, I had to change my life around. So now that I get to be a present father, active father, it's one of the greatest joys of my life. Now, speaking of my past, I know there's a few people that, might not care for me, may have heard things, this, that, and the third. And, I might have violated you in the past, I might have bagged your old lady, might have smacked you around if you was popping off at the lips wrong or something like that. But those days are in the past, man, So if I can let it go, you should be able to let it go too. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry. See, growing up as an army brat, I moved around a lot to a lot of different places. And everywhere I went, I had to hold it down. Didn't have any cousins, didn't have any roots, family, no older brothers to run to. So, I had to be that guy, man. I had to be him. I had to be a threat, to protect myself and to make sure my little brother and my mom's was good when my dad had to deploy or wasn't around and stuff like that. So in doing that, I developed a reputation. Most of these cats, especially in the city, knew I ain't play the radio with them and nobody wanted smoke. That's why it's funny to me now, all these years later, the internet that popped off and you get people that get brave and try to post things or talk trash, knowing, what it is and how they would never see you in real life, but try to get you to crash out or do something and try to get you tricked off the streets. But again, when you grow up, you're wise and mature, you don't fall for those clowns nor their shenanigans. See, back then, it was all about your reputation. And you wanted to be the wildest cat out here and have everybody, shook or whatnot. But when you grow up, you realize, man, you can't leave your babies, none of that. You die, them old war stories ain't gonna feed your kids. You go to prison, them old war stories of stripes in the street. Again, they're not gonna do anything for your kids, their foundation, their future, nor your legacy. So basically, you have to switch your modus operandi. You know what I'm saying? You got to do things different, man. Reinvent yourself and become the man that God always meant for you to be. And that's what it really means to be gangster. Changing your life, being a good father, being a good man, and living righteously. You dig?